5 years. 5 years. 513 videos and 1,000 subscribers. I've actually been putting this off for a really, really long time because I just don't really know how to feel about it. It's just been one big roller coaster of emotions. Because it's like, on one hand, I finally accomplished a big goal of mine, and I'm no longer in the triple digits. It's like I made it. But on the other hand, it's like, yeah, damn straight I have 1K, and it's about damn time too. I've been around for 5 years, only stopped uploading for one, and you're telling me I'm only now starting to gain traction when all these other people that have been around for a lot less time doing the same thing I've been doing have twice the amount as me? Sometimes thrice? It's like, what the hell? It's so messed up. It makes me want to write a song about it. Oh, wait. But I guess I shouldn't be upset about this because, yes, it did take forever. Yes, there have been many ups and many downs. But at the end of the day, I did it. I want to say that again. I did it. I did it. I earned this. And I earned it hard, man. To the point where I deserve it. And I think that's what separates me from these other people. I actually had to do the work. I grinded for this. And I feel like that's what makes this more satisfying. I actually had the time to sit and think, is this worth it? And I can officially say, yes, it was. It's just, it still feels so unreal that this actually happened. And it's only getting better too. At the time of recording, I'm already at 1.1k. And it's just, I am truly and utterly speechless. And I really can't thank you all enough for this. And to celebrate, I'm going to be making an AMA on my brand new community tab. I was going to thank each of my subs individually, like that one old guy did, but I can't seem to find that tab in the cancer that is the YouTube studio. So, I guess this will have to do. But still, 5 years, that's a long time. A lot can happen in 5 years. It's like Slipknot spit it out, where you're gonna be in the next 5 years. Let's find out, shall we? Let's take a look at all the years of my channel and bring everybody up to speed with the journey of how I got here. So, the sub special ends here, and now the anniversary special begins. So, 5-year anniversary, that means I started in 2015. Even though I've known about Sparta for much longer, I was only able to start making my own remixes in 2015. I consider this to be, well, the birth year of my channel, even though it's less of a year and only a couple of months, but semantics. During this time, I was uploading daily, if not almost daily. Basses, remixes, songs, I had it all going on. And it was all on GarageBand, so it was a lot easier to churn content out. However, as soon as the daily content stopped, so did the inspiration and the motivation. Plus, one of the big reasons I was able to make so many remixes was because they were super simple, and as I tried making more complex remixes, and since GB isn't really designed for that kind of thing, it discouraged me, which leads directly into 2016, the Disappearance. I didn't really have a big or consistent viewer base yet, with the exception of these two videos, so it wasn't that big a deal that I just dipped for all of 2016. I mean, I was still making basses during this time, but they weren't the best. Insane Drum 2 isn't really much of a bass, Sway is just a demake of another remix, and Darkwind 2 almost became Kick-Ass LE. And it was about that moment that I realized, okay, I need to step back for a minute here and focus more on the transition from middle to high school. And I pretty much forgot about the channel until one day I was talking with a friend and my channel came up and I said, if I get 20 subs, I will start uploading again. So my friend pulled up YouTube and, wouldn't you know it, they were my 20th sub. So I picked up those work in progress basses, finished them up, made a remix with one, made another bass, and released them all back to back as the 20 sub revival, which spearheaded my return in the next year, 2017. I actually categorized the 20 sub revival as a 2017 thing, even though it happened in 2016, but it was during Christmas time, so it was like a week from the next year over, so again, semantics. Unfortunately, with the return of my channel came my departure from public school. So, did that friend ever see any of my return happen? I'll never know. I like to call this year my prime year, because everything was going good for me. I was getting better at GB remixing, I got Vegas during this year, I was getting a bunch of requests, it was awesome. I met Charles in 2017, Mylex made his first comment on my videos, Alex invited me to Discord, I will forever cherish this moment. And I think it all had to do with the fact that I was straggling behind the trends of the time, and I was making 4 remixes a month. 4 remixes per month! I wish I still had that kind of uploading power. And, you know, with all these videos I'm pumping out, I'm bound to get myself a spot in that YouTube algorithm. And I saw my first spike in subscribers. From 20 to 100 in like 10 months, then 100 to 204. Pathetic in the grand scheme of things, but for me, it was marvelous. But, you know what they say, all good things must come to an end. Enter 2018, the downfall. A couple months prior, Charles and I made a certain little bass. I don't know if you heard about it, it's pretty underground. It was my first collab bass, and my first collab period. Then, Charles and I decided to use the collab bass for a collab remix. And that's where everything went wrong.
But everyone knows about Bass Echo, and surely there was more going on than just that in 2018.
And yeah, there was. I was involved in the short-lived production of Object Electricity, Notepad was born during this year and was the start of the whole Notepad tradition thing, and 2018 is currently the record holder for the most collabs I've joined. How ironic. It was also the birth of TLSR. An arrogant, narcissistic shell of myself that would take his own life because something on the internet wasn't going his way. That's why I hate being addressed by that title. And I think another big contributor to TLSR was the prior year when I was getting all that attention and I started thinking I was hot shit, but then it went shoom and now I was all on my own again, and I had to work my ass off to get Basico finished, and it took a lot out of me. All that turmoil for something that ain't even that good objectively. Ironically, if all the dickweeds that were complaining about its mediocrity had joined the damn thing, maybe it wouldn't have turned out the way it did. I mean, it's not like they didn't fucking see it. But, whatever, the damage is done. Speaking of, Join This Now happened, and that would pretty much be the start of my non-Sparta music career, with songs like Unfair, Bested One, and A School with No Teachers to follow. Which, by the way, was such an ass-cheek song. Like, holy shit. But let's move on to something else. Talking about Bass Echo and TLSR depresses me. Like 2017, in the later months, I met and befriended a lot of people. Beast Mode, GT, Mickey, Unofficial, lots of folks. One of them is solely responsible for my and Notepad's ear designs, which I'll always be grateful for, as well as the start of the annual Mickey collab tradition. I also discovered Growspeed, I was streaming a lot. I mean, if Bass Echo never came to be, 2018 might have been a pretty good year.
And of course, who could forget the free ice cream incident?
Oh yeah, and there's Bass Week. I keep thinking that was a 2019 thing. I don't know why. I must have 2019 on the brain, so let's move on to that. I call this the year of creation, because I made a lot of stuff last year. CW, all except one of my collab servers, a proper thumbnail design, CVPs, more on that later, the N-word policy, how well that aged, and I successfully published another collab. This was also the year I got tempo termed, or temporarily terminated. I know that there were some people that were pleased to hear that, and honestly, if Sparta Bases Reuploaded didn't get termed as well, I don't think I would have gotten my channel back. Because I'm still relatively unknown to most people, so they wouldn't have cared. And the people that do know me hate me for not being afraid to stand up to their bullshit, so they would have reveled in it. And the people that don't hate me don't have the same influence that the others have, so there wouldn't have been anything they could have done. I guess I can also credit 2019 as a year of creation, because that was when I made a Twitter account for the sole purpose of getting YouTube's attention to get my channel back. It's gone now, but so is the Discord server for 9-part extended, so it counts. Oh, and I also created the whole instrumental thing over on Notepad. So much for a non-Sparta account. It was also when I created the official TLSR music account and published Unfair and Bested 1 as an EP and bonus single. So yeah, I made a lot of new things in 2019. Pretty productive year, I'd say. Now, I'm about to say something no one would ever say. Let's talk about 2020. Without a shadow of a doubt, I consider this to be the year of the V2. Look at my catalog, discography, my 2020 remixes. Look at how many of these are V2s, and I have another V2 on the way next month. It's not like this is on purpose, it just happened. It all started from finding the source folder for my home remix, and then the ideas just kept coming, and now I have a shit ton of V2s. Some are because the originals are gone, and some are because V1 is dog shite. Except this one, V1 is just as good, if not better, honestly. V1 of this is good. Of course, V2s weren't the only thing I was publishing. If people were already hating me because of my viewpoint on a racial slur or the software I use for remixing or something stupid like that, on March 31st, I really gave them something to cry about. Fucking utilization. They say people forget about things super quick on the internet. No, they don't. No, they don't. That is not true. It's been almost 7 months and people are still pissed at me for that. And it's like, get over it. The damage is done. I didn't make the problem, I just pointed it out. And again, you wouldn't even have known about this album if somebody kept their fucking mouth shut. The one time I embraced the fact that no one cares, suddenly fucking everyone and their grandma is on my ass. I cannot fucking win! Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Just know this. If y'all are gonna use freedom of speech as an excuse to say the N-word, then I get to use the same logic for my music. It only makes sense. So. Anyways, that brings us to present day. So what do I have planned for 2021? What year will that be? Well, it originally was going to be the year of silence, where I try to say as few words as possible, save for credits and citations. But then I realized, A, each of the years got their title from just things that happened, not from something I set out to do. And B, what sense would it make for me to go completely silent when I just got the community tab? Oh, by the way, I have the community tab now, so what does that mean for CVPs? I mean, I don't want to get rid of them. They're my thing, you know? And I like making them. I don't know. I mean, maybe if it's urgent, I can make a regular post. And maybe I'll just keep CVPs for sample shoutouts or something. Oh, by the way, I call those CVP sample shoutouts. Those are also fun to make. I don't know. I don't want to stop making them, so I won't. But the rate at which they're made will be slowed by a lot. But, like, you know, if I'm just sitting at my desk, I'll make a CVP. If not, then, yeah, regular post. Oh, yeah, so back to what I was saying. I'm not going to make 2021 the year of silence. I'll make it whatever it's going to be. Hopefully something nice, please. I'm sick of wanting to kill myself every day. Anyways, so Thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. And I will see you in the next life.